welcome to TMZ Live. We have pictures that nobody has seen before of two people who are at the center of the most popular show on streaming or television.
Certainly the most talked about show.
That is Love Story,
yes.
Which is about the romance between Carolyn Bessette and JFK Jr. Well, there was another woman involved in his life, and that was Daryl Hannah. And she's kind of trashed in this series.
She is totally trashed, and she has, in turn, trashed Ryan Murphy's series. Is really upset about it. But despite all the drama that is displayed in the series,
and a lot of it has to do with what was the relationship between Daryl Hannah and
how long did it and
JFK Jr. and how long did it last? And they kind of diminish it in Love Story. But we got these pictures.
And it's these photos of JFK Jr. and Daryl on a camping trip. We're told this is sometime in like the late 80s, early 90s, possibly upstate New York, probably upstate New York. And it's just the two of them on this camping trip. And just a nice romantic getaway.
He's taking pictures of her. She's taking pictures of him. So he enjoyed
roughing it, I guess.
They were
not my thing.
They were a thing, because I remember it.
Oh, believe me, I was in New York, and it was every single day. This was the couple that everybody was talking about.
I mean, it was
more than anything that was happening in Hollywood.
And part of the overlay of this was that there were all these stories that Jackie Kennedy did not want her son dating a movie star. That she felt it was a bad look for the family. So it was a big thing, and everybody had kind of weighed in on it. It was a really big thing. And then there were stories over the years, and look, who knows if it's true? The people who know whether it's true or not, well, only one of them's alive.
Right.
And there were stories that Daryl Hannah and JFK Jr. may have hooked up after.
That's one of the things that she's denying.
Yeah.
That Daryl Hannah is denying. But look, Ryan Murphy doesn't seem to care. By the way, we're kind of we should stay on that photo for a second, because we're also forgetting the fact that why they were talked about so much. He was people's sexiest man alive. At least once.
And that actually may have been a legit title.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times it's just what they put in a magazine. This one may have been legit.
And this is what I hear a lot of people saying about this series who weren't alive during the time of, or weren't at a conscious age of this couple, that they didn't realize how incredibly hot JFK Jr. was.
Not at all. Like, I am floored.
Is that
after watching the show. I mean, I knew about him because I'm from Massachusetts, so like he was like known and talked about, but I didn't.
But you don't remember the pictures?
I like sort of, but I didn't.
But you didn't know the phenomenon of
And then now this like show is so crazy. Like every Thursday, I'm like dying for a new episode. I cannot wait. And the people are just so hot, and like I just have so many questions about the time, and like him and Carolyn Bessette getting into a fight in the middle of Battery, like
that was by the way, that fight was a huge deal.
Yeah.
You know, I think I was teaching law school then. I wasn't even in media, and I just remember it because it was everywhere. Everybody was writing about this. And everybody was showing that fight.
JFK like killed Daryl Hannah's dog because he was taking care of it. He dropped the leash.
Right, and
the dog ran into the street.
And they lived in Greenwich Village,
yes,
right?
And it was
I remember it.
All of this stuff is so
story.
good, and it's like all very 90s, and the music is amazing, and they're just so hot.
Go back to the picture.
And look at how cute he looks in his underwear.
Face or the underwear?
Stay in the underwear.
Let's stay in the underwear. Do you want to talk about? So the answer to the trivia question is boxer briefs. That's what he wore.
Right. So what you got to remember about this
kid. All right, now can we go to his face?
Okay, go to his face. What you got to remember about him.
Oh my God.
And this is
that's what I was saying. And by the way, that backwards hat thing now is going to become.
Oh, it's already becoming like a whole thing. I got my husband like 2 hats. I'm like, here you go.
I
Maybe
saw
just wear them
something
backwards.
the other day about guys in New York now, young guys in their 20s are riding around on bicycles now.
Oh my God, I forgot the bicycle.
And that's what he did.
He would just greet the paparazzi like everywhere he went. Like they were like his buddies. He played football in the middle of Central Park. Like, you guys, what a time to be alive.
He did.
Yes, we
you
were.
Could just go watch
we were alive.
But the thing about it, too, is it's sort of like when you go to a barbershop and you say, okay, I want to look like that person, and it's some model or it's Tom Cruise,
work out.
and then they do the haircut, and it's like, huh? I mean, it's the same thing. Now people are going to be wearing backwards hats and they're going to be bicycling in New York City.
Yes.
You don't look like RFK Jr. I'm sorry.
JFK Jr.
JFK Jr.
Very different.
JFK Jr. Yeah, I did not mean that. I did not mean that. You do not look like.
Hey, they're cousins. All right.
They look nothing alike.
I will just say,
they don't.
the thing about JFK Jr., because I am old enough to remember this, JFK's funeral was maybe the biggest moment in my lifetime of something that really transformed the country. And when he saluted his father's casket, when he was 3 years old, that was his birthday, was such an enormous moment for the country that people were invested in him.
What you are saying is exactly what, because I grew up, I mean, I saw all the stories, but it wasn't, people my age were plugged into it, but my mother was very much invested in it, and she said exactly that. Seeing that moment,
it was the moment
from the funeral, and now to see him grown up, and he looks like he looks, and he's dating who he's dating,
but everybody,
is what made him such a superstar.
From that moment on, everybody wanted to see him.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to see him. When he was 8 and 12 and 15, and when he went to Brown, and on and on and on.
And when he failed the bar, they wrote huge stories about that.
But people were so invested in him because of that moment, which was, again, in my lifetime, there was no bigger moment than the assassination of JFK.
And because of that, everyone wanted him to win, JFK Jr.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hi, my name is Justin. I'm from Fort Myers, Florida. In regards to, I think Daryl Hannah has every right to be upset about maybe the depictions in this show not being accurate. What is he? Is that a handstand he's doing in the water there? Not being as accurate as they should be. Talking about parties, talking about conversations that never happened. You know, if this were me, I would be big mad too. I would want to be depicted as accurately as possible.
Well, they're saying that they're taking license, but, you know, for people whose names are mentioned, they're pissed off.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the shame room.
Yes. Wait, shame? There's no reason for shame.
We're told there is.
Well, yeah, Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce, and most importantly, Donna Kelce, having a big old laugh at our expense. Of course, you've no doubt seen on social media our big exclusive about Donna Kelce doing some renovations.
I go away. I can't trust you kids anywhere.
Oh, gosh. So, yes, so you know that the family's been reacting to it, but the one person we haven't heard from is the subject of the story. We have been trying to get Donna to come on the show.
I have called her. I have texted her. Nothing.
Well, I think the reason is there was another show she wanted to do first. That would be New Heights with her sons, but they did the heavy lifting for us.
Just in case you don't know, we did a story, and actually I was kidding. I think it's funny that we did this story. I like it. That she's renovating her Florida house with like 6 new doors and some new windows.
Yeah. Not a major renovation, but yes, she's doing a renovation nonetheless. We didn't get to ask her about it, but her sons, they did the heavy lifting for us.
It's got to be an HGTV show, right?
No chance.
There's no chance they're putting out a TMZ article unless there's some type of like advertisement of some sort tied to it.
Nothing.
No chance. All right.
I promise you.
This tweet that has taken the world by storm.
It's what the heck? I know. Even TMZ, like sent me a text and said, "Can you be on? This is really funny." I'm like, it's so stupid. They probably pulled a permit because they're coming on Monday to put my windows and doors in.
Is it like an HGTV show, or is this just like a legitimate random?
No. All I'm doing is my people are coming to put in my windows on Monday. I'm doing something so that I can save money on heating and air conditioning and to keep my windows from sweating.
Okay, listen. What I heard there is that we need to get a crew
on Monday.
Orlando on Monday. 100%. Renovations
By the way,
are going to be happening.
There are going to be 9 camera crews there now. I mean, everybody's going to be wanting to cover this now.
So, yes, it's not an HGTV show.
So I got to tell you, this is really funny. First of all, you got to see what the Kansas City Chiefs did.
Even they are joining in on the, yes. When they should be talking about Travis returning to the team, instead they said the second biggest Kelce news this week. Sources confirmed Donna Kelce's youngest son is returning to the Chiefs. they're joking that that's the second biggest news.
Speaking of joking, so
the biggest news.
we decided to start joking about it ourselves on social media, and this flurry of reaction from people who are saying, guys, we are not laughing with you, we're laughing at you. Stop it.
I told you, we can't make the jokes.
I know.
That's not everybody. That's not everybody. I stand by the story, so I feel like it's a good campy story.
As a good news director
This is Ryan's. This is a big fine. It was a good
big
story.
Fine, yeah.
Listen,
30 million people saw it. Hey, all over the news.
It's true.
Hi, I'm Elise. I live in Boca Raton, and I'm also Boca Elise. I just want to say, I love Donna Kelce. I think she's like the ultimate NFL player mom. She's down to earth. I live in Florida. It was a freezing cold time here. I know it's not freezing compared to everyone else, but she's replacing her doors instead of like buying this like huge, ginormous mansion. You got to love her. And the fact that it's overshadowing, like, you know, her son returning to football for another year.
So listen, I know you're in Boca. There are like a lot of big houses behind you. If there are any celebrities who have doors or windows that they're redoing, give us a tip. Send us something on the tip line, okay?
I absolutely will. And they were renting him and Taylor Swift were renting about 10 minutes from me. I had to
that's
go
right.
see
They
the
were
house.
down there.
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot that. Yeah.
Coming up, there's a lot of lobster rocking around the Pentagon. If you haven't heard about this, the numbers are absolutely insane, but they are accurate. The Pentagon spent $93 billion last September. What they spent it on is what's really mind-blowing.
Be right back.
We should have bumped into this block with rock lobster.
That would be appropriate because there's a lot of lobster rocking around the Pentagon. If you haven't heard about this, the numbers are absolutely insane, but they are accurate. The Pentagon spent $93 billion last September, just in September. Why? We'll get to that, but what they spent it on is what's really mind-blowing.
Eye-popping.
We'll start with the food. $15 million on ribeye steak. I love a steak. $6.9 million on lobster tail.
Supposedly, Hexeth, big fan of lobster.
Yes, the secretary likes himself some lobster, although I'm pretty sure it's not all for him. $2 million on Alaskan king crab, $1 million on salmon, $139,000 on donuts. I think they just scrimped on the donuts a little bit. And $124,000 for ice cream machines.
But wait, there's more. And it's not just edible.
This is the bizarre thing. Musical instruments. Why musical instruments? $1.8 million. Again, this is all just in September. $98,000 on a Steinway & Sons grand piano that went to the Air Force chief of staff. But the
to
thing,
his home. To his home.
That's the part I don't understand. $26,000 for a violin and $21,000 for a handmade Japanese flute. There's a happy flautist somewhere in the world.
So you know, when you look at these numbers compared to the budget, which approaches like $1 trillion, you start thinking,
$960 billion.
Okay, well, it's not the lion's share, but it's a lot. And this is, remember, Donald Trump has gone after what he says is massive fraud in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. He is talking about, he started
a whole department to make the government more efficient. How was this efficient?
Put the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board into a criminal investigation over the remodel of the Federal Reserve Board.
Don't tell him about Donna Kelce.
Oh, God, if he hears about Donna Kelce.
But yeah.
And then this.
So, I've been arguing with this guy about this all morning. And the thing is, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
I've ever asked for is consistency. Okay. Look, government spending is out of control, but it's not a Donald Trump issue as much as everyone wants it to be. Go back to Biden's last year in office. They spent $80 billion in the last month, in September. They spent $11.7 billion the last 5 days of the month, to include $104 million on meat, fish, and poultry. $17 million on ribeye.
But wait a minute. What is the meat, fish, and poultry? What is that?
104
No. Is it Is it for, hamburger meat?
So here's how I have it broken down. 104 mil on meat, fish, and poultry. 17 million of that is on ribeyes. $6 million on lobster tail. So apparently, Lloyd Austin also loves lobster tail. But we don't say a word. There's no story on the website.
What about Alaskan cream?
There's no story
what about king crab?
I don't have Alaskan king crab.
You don't have king crab numbers.
I'll
You
go
don't have the crab
back.
numbers.
That's my point. Government spending is out of control, but it's not a Donald Trump issue.
You're right. No.
Hold on a second.
Well, he's
That's
right.
all I'm asking
He's
for.
right.
That's all I'm asking
Overall, it is a government spending issue.
He's right.
They
The rule
spent a lot
sucks.
more. They spent a record amount. So you said 11 million in 5 days. Hegseth's Pentagon,
11.7 billion.
spent 50 billion in the last 5 days.
But wait a minute. But Babcock,
$10 billion difference in the whole month.
Babcock, you're right that Democrats and Republicans waste billions of dollars in Washington.
Outrageous.
You're 100% right.
Yeah.
The only difference is that it becomes very sanctimonious when the president is talking about, I want to put the federal chairman, the chairman of the Federal Reserve on a criminal investigation, and that his military chief gets a Steinway in his home.
Look,
Can you imagine if that grand piano went into the home of the Federal Reserve Chairman?
But okay, the Air Force guy is not a politician. He's a
I know, but it's still the government is.
But it's got to get authorized.
There are things like that you could highlight, and it's nonsense. I agree with you, Harvey. Also sanctimonious is Gavin Newsom spending $30 billion on homelessness in California, and homelessness
it's not
shooting up. It is the same.
It's not the same thing. It's a policy that you either agree or disagree with, but it's not where you're spending
it's at
lavish
least an attempt
sums.
to do something good. Granted, maybe it's
different.
It's
different.
in the right place.
It's different.
This is what drives Americans crazy. We will literally argue about a low-income child spending $2 on a bag of chips with a food stamp card. But Americans don't blink an eye when these billionaires that are already in office will blow money on things that don't help to make America great. If we're going to scrutinize the poor family over the $100 a month they get in food stamps, we definitely should scrutinize these government officials blowing money on things that don't help anybody but themselves. We need to keep it fair across the board.
What do you got a hankering for?
Preach.
You got a hankering for lobster?
I want to try some of that king crab. I don't know. Guess who's back? Back again. Kathie Lee Gifford. Not on a morning show, not at this point, but who knows what could happen. She was on Tomi Lahren's podcast, and they brought up Shia LaBeouf. And you may be like, why would they be talking about Shia LaBeouf? Well, they were talking about Kathie Lee Gifford, of course, very devout Christian. Shia LaBeouf, and during his escapades down in New Orleans, was doing some preaching and talking about how he's turned to Christ in his life. So Tomi asked Kathie Lee about a part of Christianity that has been discussed a lot, and it's kind of controversial for some people. How do you, if you are a member of the LGBTQ community, but you're also Christian,
how do you reconcile the two?
How do you reconcile those things? Kathie Lee had an answer that is interesting.
How would you explain that to somebody that says, you know what, I want to be such a hardcore Christian, but I'm also big into the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
How do I reconcile those two things? How would you tell them
that
to do
one is
that?
a 4-letter word, and it's called L-O-V-E. Love. I've been in this business since I was started getting paid when I was 10 years old to sing. And I've had as many or more gay friends than straight friends or whatever. I don't even know how many letters there are now. They really got to stop with that. You know, we know what you mean, you know. Yeah. And I'm not telling anybody how to live their life. I never have. I just know what Jesus said. Love your neighbor as you love yourself.
I like her overall message. Her overall message is,
can I just say,
love.
I know that there are people that are trashing her, you know, over too many letters. It's like if anybody saw Amadeus Salieri, who was kind of the archenemy of Mozart, would say too many notes, and she's saying too many letters. But I mean, she's saying
her overall
it's
message
all
is
about love,
right?
And it's not bigoted, and she's making kind of a wonky point.
And people are.
I can't get.
Yes.
They're trashing her like she said something like homophobic or something.
She actually said the exact opposite.
She worked in the industry around a ton of people that are in that community.
It was also a different wording of the "I have gay friends" that I appreciated, because it's nice to get a fresh take on it. where she said.
But I think what she's saying, she's not saying that I have a gay friend. I have a gay friend. I mean, she's saying I was surrounded by gay people in the entertainment business.
Totally. She said she has a lot of gay friends.
Yeah, no, and I don't know. She's
just an older.
There is nothing that offends me about this.
This is an older person who she has no. It's very clear she's talking about loving everyone. So I don't think there's anything homophobic. It's just she's not used to the.
It's the opposite. She's talking about everyone included. This was a nice message.
She's not used to using the phrase LGBTQ.
Guys, don't get outraged at everything, because when you want to get outraged at something that matters, nobody's going to listen to you.
Coming up, it is Rick Ross's 20th anniversary of his Port of Miami album. He is celebrating with an orchestra, and because he's got an orchestra with him, he's got a choir, it is going to be black tie affair.
You gotta have your knife cuffs. It's one of those type of events.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
BB Rexa was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too.
Did you just say look at the water?
I mean, I'll be honest, that is what I was looking at.
TMZ!
Some big anniversaries coming up this year. Obviously, everyone's talking about and expecting America's 250th, but also it is Rick Ross's 20th anniversary of his Port of Miami album. And honestly, I don't want to offend Rick, who's about to join us here, but I don't know that Rick is the boss if not for the success of Port Miami, which was a #1 hit for him when that album dropped. So he is celebrating the 20th anniversary in a very, very high-class way.
Very fancy.
Not just a tour,
yes,
but a black tie affair tour. This is going to be Rick performing songs from the album, but he's going to be doing it with an orchestra. And because he's got an orchestra with him, he's got a choir, it is going to be black tie affair. So get your tuxes ready, because it all starts in May in Miami, of course. And joining us now is the boss himself, Rick Ross. Welcome back to TMZ Live.
Biggest boss. You already know. We celebrating.
Congratulations, man. It's been a hell of a run.
Well, the thing for me is, it's like, I love the orchestra part, which I want to get into, but the black tie thing, man, boy, that is rough on men to have to go out and
why is that rough?
And rent a tux in the whole thing, man.
Not really. You gotta have your knife cuffs. It's one of those type of events. We celebrate 20 years of you being a boss. Everyone should put on the finest tux you could find.
Is cologne mandatory in this?
Oh, most definitely.
Now, Rick, you're fine with people renting a tux, right? If they just want to rent a tux for the night?
Come on, guys. We both.
I don't own a tux.
We deserve to have at least one tux in the closet, at least.
So tell us about the tour. What's the orchestra you're going to be with? And I know that it's a very special choir you have performing as well.
We have a very special choir, an amazing orchestra, Renaissance Orchestra. I performed with them a few weeks back. We did some amazing things. And man, we kicking the door in May 29th in Miami. And I'm going to bring out all my celebrity fans, all the big boys, and we just going to make it something real special. Who would imagine 20 years later, Ricky Rose still the biggest?
Can you kind of just describe the vibe of doing this with an orchestra? Because I'm trying to think of how the two mesh together.
Not typically.
No, and I love the idea of it. I want to understand the vibe.
You clear on the tuxedos. Now imagine the diamonds. Imagine the sound, the quality, the live, the
strings,
the hard bottoms. Imagine your date for the night in her nicest gown. Imagine that motivation from Ricky Rose. It's like none other. Come on,
he's painting a picture for all his fans. He's painting the picture for the fans.
One of one.
I want to ask you something. It's a little kind of off point, but you got this symphony orchestra, and this is kind of on the heels of Timothée Chalamet kind of trashing.
He trashed opera and ballet.
He's saying
symphony, orchestra kind of falls into that a little bit.
It's kind of that he's kind of saying all the old art forms are kind of dead, and you got to keep the new ones alive and forget about the old ones. And you're bringing back the old one with the symphonies.
Of course, my sound and my quality of music has always been expensive. So it's nothing like performing it live. And you got to realize everyone has their opinion, but my musical acumen may be on a different level than others.
Okay.
So you got to understand this dope boy swag, this very rich swag, this when you come from nothing into a billion swag, that type of energy.
Okay. Maybe you should invite him, Rick. You should invite him. Say, look, you know what? You're missing out here if you don't come to this.
I've invited everyone that's supposed to be there. They've been invited. That's what we're here.
Rick, I got to ask you, I'm guessing 50 Cent is not on the guest list after...
I'm sure he wouldn't be comfortable in my...
So have you heard any more fallout from... We all saw how you sort of, on social media, jumped into the middle of the T.I. 50 Cent feud when you said you wanted one of those T-shirts?
No, I saw the shirt and I thought the shirt was dope, and I asked for a 3X, and he told me he got me, and then I saw him smoking on the Jack Pack. I asked for some of that too.
So for those who didn't see this, in the middle of that T.I. 50 Cent feud, T.I.'s son posted a T-shirt with a photo of 50 Cent's mother who has passed away, and Rick said, "Oh, let me get one of those."
That was his father.
You what?
I thought it was his uncle or his dad.
No.
Oh, you're stepping into dangerous territory here.
Rick,
no, we should not.
Am I?
No.
Anyway.
Am I?
Yeah.
No, I thought, no.
Nope.
Look like a linebacker.
So no, that's all died down, right? There's,
until now.
Honestly, from Rose, that was never a feud. The T.I.
You just thought it was just a fun thing.
Yeah, I mean, you got to realize, if they may have bumped into each other, somebody may have got dropped on their dome, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the feud, for it to really be a feud, it has to have a few things involved in. To me, it was just T.I. put out some dope music, T.I. two sons put out some dope music, and that's what it was about. Yeah.
All right. And 50 Cent put out a song too, so everybody's making music.
No, that wasn't music.
Oh.
I told you about musical acumen. There's difference.
Okay. Well, like you said, 50 Cent will not be there, but everyone else should be. Get your tux on, get your gown together. The tour kicks off.
Herbert, I'm inviting both of you to
I don't have a tux.
You can get a tux.
I don't have a tux. I swear.
Listen, you got to be tired of wearing that gray T-shirt every show. Pull out a tux. Come on now. Let's do it, baby.
All right.
This Ricky Rose tour.
The Port of Miami.
Celebrate 20 years.
The 20th anniversary of Port of Miami. The tour kicks off in Miami, May 29th, but it's coming to a city near you. Check it out. Rick, thanks for being with us, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Rick.
it.
It's great seeing you.
Good luck on the tour.
Anytime. You guys are invited. If you bump into 50 Cent, tell them, come on out, man. We could smoke some of that over there, man. You know what I mean?
We're not trying to get in the middle of this,
man. We don't want to get in the middle of it. We're cool. Okay.
I love it, baby.
Oh, Rick, thank you, man.
It's too easy.
Coming up.
The Supreme Court may soon be hearing some legal argument that is being brought by people like Killer Mike, Young Thug, Travis Scott, and T.I.
And the stakes here are life and death.
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. The Supreme Court may soon be hearing some legal argument that is being brought by people like Killer Mike, Young Thug, Travis Scott, and T.I.
And the stakes here are life and death, because there is a man who is on death row, and he is on death row for a murder.
So James Broadnax, the person who's been convicted of these murders and is currently on death row in Texas, part of how they arrived at him getting the death sentence as opposed to life in prison, prosecutors brought in some of the lyrics that he had written, some very violent lyrics that was characterized as gangster rap. And a lot of artists feel like that was inappropriate, biased,
well, it's
and
also
flat out racist.
Also, the idea is, the idea for them, for the people who have filed these briefs, is that when you write something, that doesn't mean that's in your heart and soul. You're writing it as art. And to tell somebody that what you write can be used against you out of context is a violation of freedom of speech, and it's also just fundamentally unfair.
Yeah. I think they're arguing that, or Travis Scott at least, is arguing to the Supreme Court that it's unconstitutional. And I mean, I just think the context is very important here, and that is.
Here's the thing,
I don't think they do it
here's the
with
thing,
a
though.
lot of
I don't think it's
other kinds of
unconstitutional.
I don't think so at all.
It's not an issue of being unconstitutional. It's an issue of consequences. Is it fair to use these lyrics to create a state of mind in the person who wrote them where they're being tried for something that's totally different than what they wrote?
I just think it's very, do you think, or have we ever seen this happen with any other kind of artist?
It happens a lot. It happens a lot.
With people that aren't rap artists?
They are talking about doing this. Now, again, David, the singer, has not been charged with the murder of, or the death of Celeste Rivas. It looks like that's going to happen. But people are already talking about lyrics.
And about some of his songs where they're...
But that's very different. That would be about his lyrics relating to the actual crime. This wasn't about his conviction at all.
If it is.
If it is. Now, this is about whether he... This was during the sentencing phase, during punishment. What they were saying here is that, does this show that this person has a propensity to be dangerous, maybe outside of prison, where we need to either lock him up for life or put him to death because we can't solve him, we can't rehabilitate him. And they're saying, on the other side, remember, he's going to get to submit all sorts of mitigating evidence. You get to bring in people who say you're a Boy Scout and you take care of the elderly. That's also irrelevant. It just shows a propensity to be a good person. So we put all this in the hopper. It's not about convicting him. It's about showing broadly whether he is a good person and how harshly he should be convicted.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a constitutional argument. I think it's a constitutional argument when it comes to due process. And that's the point, that do you violate due process of law by saying you can convict and execute somebody for what they wrote?
Right.
So I wanted to comment about this whole Travis Scott situation. So we are really getting into some really muddy waters when it comes to being able to charge someone for their creativity, their rap lyrics, all that good stuff. So, yeah, I'm just listening to the story unfold, and I'm just like, wow, this is crazy that we're here.
It's interesting the Supreme Court's going to hear this. I'm going to be fascinated
Now, do we know that Supreme Court is definitely going to hear it? Or, I mean, they've submitted...
We know they've submitted.
If
they're amicus, it's...
Yeah, because
they have granted...
I think they've granted cert.
Wow. Lindsay Lohan and her family are safe. They are out of Dubai. We told you that when the war started and Iran was sending drones and missiles toward the UAE, Lindsay was trapped there. They were not able to get out of the country. But
that's the airport, by the way, at Dubai.
Yeah. But she is now in New York. She managed to get out of the country, and as it turns out, she's actually here, has work she needs to do here. There's a movie that she's working on. But she wasn't in any hurry to get out of Dubai, it turns out, just because of what was going on there and her concerns for her family, for the safety of her child as well as her husband. But they did manage to get to New York. What we're told is that while they might have been able to get out sooner, she was afraid to because of what we just showed you, that there were strikes bombing at the airport, and she just felt like
Iran is bombing neighboring countries.
I think very understandably, she felt like being on one of those first flights would not be a very safe thing to do for her family.
Nail biting. I mean, they're all kind of caught in these circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, she looks amazing per usual. I mean, well, such a devastating time. I know. I'm just shocked about how refreshed she looks, and it's good to see that she's safe. But it's good that she has, work. She's going to be here for that limited series on Hulu with Shailene Williams. So I'm so
Shailene Woodley.
Shailene Woodley.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Shailene Woodley. Love these two, so I'm excited for it personally.
So she was already. So it almost sounds like the only reason she's here is because of work. She had work.
It's unclear
that she would prefer to stay.
Well, which is weird
Dubai.
because there were buildings that were getting bombed in Dubai.
We spoke to one of the Real Housewives of Dubai last week when things were even hotter there, and she said, "Look, I'm not in a hurry to get out because this is home now, and there are some people who just feel like they want to stay there. It's their home.
It just must be so difficult to just know that certain buildings get bombed and you just kind of sit there and pray.
Coming up.
Nicole Kidman getting used to the single life again.
I laughed because this really is kind of a thing where, oh, I got to deal with that now.
She was on Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang, and they talked about her dating again. There are some definite no-nos on her list.
Be right back.
Nicole Kidman getting used to the single life again. Of course, she and Keith Urban got divorced last year.
I laughed because this really is kind of a thing where, oh, I got to deal with that now.
Yeah, so she's talking about it. She was on Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang, and they talked about her dating again. There are some definite no-nos on her list.
I don't think so, honey, if you have bad breath. I cannot stand bad breath. I mean, this is a deal breaker for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could be the most gorgeous, gorgeous guy, and you come at me with bad breath, and I'm like, no.
It's off.
Right? It's like, if I say, breathe on me, and I have to recoil, yikes. I'm out. When Alexander Skarsgård ate a falafel sandwich before we did the scenes in Big Little Lies, I'm like, no, Alex. I'm meant to be kissing you and into you. Put away the falafel now.
Okay, wait a minute, wait. Forget about the bad breath for a second. She's Australian. She sounds like she's from Brooklyn. That sounded like Brooklyn to me.
No, it didn't.
Play 5 seconds of it.
Didn't sound like
play
Brooklyn
5 seconds of it back.
Okay.
Play 5 seconds of
I
it
don't
back.
think so, honey, if you have bad breath. I cannot stand bad breath.
I get your point.
She sounds like Brooklyn to me.
She's lived here for a very long time, and it is her job to speak in a different accent.
Hugh Jackman
I don't know
still
what role
sounds
she's playing
Australian
right
to
now.
me.
There are certain words that definitely had an accent.
And maybe...
No, she sounded like...
Oh, my God.
She sounded like Brooklyn to me.
No.
Definitely does not
And
sound like Brooklyn.
New
So
York?
she will not date a smoker, right?
Yeah.
She will not date a smoker.
Definitely not. If
would
you're eating
assume so.
falafel and she's telling you no, she's definitely not dating a smoker. But honestly,
Well, first of all, I think that's really shade on falafels because it doesn't
that's
need...
onion breath. Like onion and I'm not about to
It's
cut
not
you
shade
down
on
with
falafels,
onion.
that's a
Yeah,
fact.
like
That's a
Harvey,
fact about
you
falafels.
wouldn't
You can cure that.
Yeah, with brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you
Can I just say,
onions are strong enough, even brushing your teeth
what a
doesn't
pain
do
in the
it.
ass to go out to
Sometimes,
dinner
yeah.
with
Really
her, and it's like, okay, I
you
gotta
gotta
eat
order
something really
carefully.
bland.
No,
you
it's
gotta
not.
order
No.
carefully.
You can order whatever you want. You're not going to be making out with her, and you're not trying to date her. So you can order whatever you
No,
want.
he didn't mean.
It's
he meant,
the people. Yeah, going
for
out to dinner.
someone,
Who's
he's
going out to
saying
dinner
for
with
that
her?
person,
Yeah,
it's
it's
annoying.
annoying.
If it's a date, if she's going out with friends, order whatever you want.
No,
You
but
said
I'm
that
saying
about,
if it's a date, it's
Right.
like
He's saying it's annoying for her
she's
date.
going to get off
Harvey,
the table
do you
if you
think
order
people-
onion rings.
Do you think
Right.
people on their first date go and order? There's like literally food etiquette for first date. There's certain things you don't
By the way,
order on a first
I
date.
agree with her.
Literally.
Not just first date.
Couple dates.
Any date.
No, after you've
at
been
some
dating
point,
for a while.
If you're on a date with someone, you have to choose wisely when you're
That's
ordering
common
your food.
sense. Yeah, you don't order like maybe a full rack of ribs on a first day as the woman.
What? Why?
And chowing down barbecue sauce. You don't order food that you have
That
to eat
sounds
with your
hot.
hands.
I mean, that
on a
sounds kind
first
of
date.
hot.
No, yeah, that's
Listen,
why.
maybe,
yeah.
maybe you and Nicole
You
Kidman
don't-
are not in the same dating pool,
Clearly,
perhaps.
that's
I don't
not
know.
hot. It's not hot.
Charlie from Norwalk. Listen, she helped Keith Urban get sober. She stood by him for 19 years. The least you can do on a date is brush your teeth.
I just realized something. What Nicole Kidman just said, really, is that Keith Urban has great breath.
Oh,
So she said
right.
something
18
really
years.
positive about her
That's
ex.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Coming up.
I love Kelly Clarkson, but I got a bone to pick with her. She's casting too much shade these days on American Idol, for a long time, actually.
And they were like, oh, you win $1 million or whatever. No, you didn't. They lied.
Be right back.
So I love Kelly Clarkson, but I got a bone to pick with her. She's casting too much shade these days on American Idol, for a long time, actually. So she's on her talk show. She's talking to Rob Roush, who won the Traitors. And apparently Rob hasn't gotten the dough yet for winning the show. And Kelly decided to commiserate.
Literally was on the show, and they were like, "Oh, you win $1 million or whatever." Da, da, da. No, you didn't. They lied.
Wait,
you did
what?
not.
What'd you
No,
get?
it was like $1 million worth of investment in you.
That's great.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes!
I didn't know that.
And then they said you get a car, and I needed it because my car was bashed in and I couldn't afford the deductible. and no, I did not get a car. And then Clay Aiken, who didn't win the second season, got a car and his mom.
Okay, so I get her on the car.
The car, yes, I get that.
But in terms, I remember Idol, and they were saying that we're going to give you, I think it was $1 million worth for a recording contract. It's like a recording contract
Which
worth
means, but if you're not,
which launched her career.
But if you're not in the business, you may hear that as, oh, I'm getting $1 million. People in the business know that's not.
Here's the thing: what she got was way more than $1 million because it really launched
investment into her career.
One of the most incredible careers in music.
And she's still performing live.
Oh my God!
To this day because of it.
Her trajectory has always been up.
I would venture that she's probably bought a car since then. Also.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think she can afford the deductible now.
They all worked out.
Diane in Hollywood, I definitely think they have to give Kelly that car. Kelly is the face of American Idol, so I can't even believe that they would play with Kelly like that. There's no way.
Oh my God,
it is weird.
No,
they should. She didn't get it, but Clay got it in season 2.
Because the show was a big hit by then. But what I'm thinking is they should send her like a Toyota Corolla now.
Like whatever it is she would have gotten back then.
They should.
In fact, they should make it from that year.
2002.
They should make a 2002 Corolla. Here you go, Kelly.
Okay, what else do you guys want to talk about?
Stacy, California. This is absolutely insane that the Pentagon is spending so much money, our tax-paying money. Healthcare is super expensive. Gas prices are going up daily, and people can barely afford to pay their weekly groceries. I believe this administration needs to be held accountable because we're just sitting back and watching these politicians enjoy their lavish lifestyles, and we're paying them, and someone needs to fire this man.
Well, so far, it looks like Trump's solidly behind him, so there you go.
Coming up. There was a huge lawsuit that had been going on for 16 years between the singer Katy Perry and an Australian apparel designer named Katy Perry.
Katie.
Well, the Australian High Court has finally ruled.
Be right back.
Sorry, Katy Perry, you got to take the L on this one.
Which Katy Perry?
Well, exactly. Well, the other Katy Perry gets to take the W. There was a huge lawsuit that had been going on for 16 years between the singer Katy Perry and an Australian apparel designer named Katy Perry.
Katie.
Well, the Australian High Court has finally ruled after 16 years, and Katy Perry, the Australian apparel designer, wins.
So does that mean Katy Perry, the singer?
Look at her. She's pumped. By the way, she was just watching the court ruling online, I'm guessing.
Does that mean Katy Perry, the singer, has to go by Katie Schmady?
Name when she tours in Australia?
Right. I mean, if there's confusion, Katie wins. So it's Katie Trudeau. How's that?
Oh, so Katie, the singer, gets the mark just for entertainment, but Katie gets it
But
for
not in
apparel.
Australia. She has to go by Katie Schmady. We'll see you tomorrow.
I don't think that's legal.